hit it off. He's like everybody I ever grew up with. He's like every person I ever played football with. He's like every person I ever deployed with and watched his back and he watched my back. From the instant we met, it just took off. So when I came to realize, I thought it was just me. He's a smart, cool, athletic leader, probably one of the only people I ever met that loved Jacksonville more than me. But what I realized is every single person that I know that knows him feels exactly the same. I was like, wow. Imagine having that type of impact on just about everybody. Next March, I want you to join me in casting your vote for Becca's husband, our leader, our friend, my brother, and Jacksonville's favorite son, Daniel Davis.
Because over the last 10 years, I've had a chance to get to know Daniel Davis. I've had the opportunity to watch Daniel lead, and I've had the opportunity to hear him speak. And when you hear Daniel speak, you really come to realize that there's a common thread in what Daniel has to say, and that is jobs. Jobs in our community. This has been a big part of the Chamber's job, and they have done it so well, and that's really all about Daniel's leadership. He talks about jobs for everyone in our community, and he talks about education for everyone in our community. So everyone can experience, and you'll hear Daniel use these words, the dignity of having a job.
I met Daniel 30 years ago in high school. Since that time, we've attended college together, played baseball on the same team, married our wives, raised families, and remained close friends. Throughout those 3 decades, on many occasions, I've seen who he truly is. He's a man of integrity, dedication, compassion, and loyalty to his family and his friends. What Daniel gives to those individuals, he also gives to his community as a public servant.
So I am here for a number of reasons, not the least of which Daniel is my wife's baby brother. And I've known him since he was 7 years old. And I can tell you about Daniel that he is tenacious, he is relentless, he is competitive. He's probably a lot of other things that go along with that. And he has matured and grown into the very kind of person that we would want to lead our city and has been in leadership in our city. Of all the great things I could say about Daniel, probably the best thing I could say about him is Rebecca is his wife. When I came into the event and went by the table, they tried to give me a Daniel Davis sticker. I said, well, I want the Rebecca Davis sticker. And I think they'll get one of those here coming up. So you say, what makes you love Rebecca? Well, Rebecca is not only a great wife, she is a wonderful mother, deeply devoted to Olivia, to Caroline, to Christian, to Gabe. She is a treasure to our family. She is a lover of God. She's got a heart for people. She's a nurse that cares for children that are born prematurely. And she has stood beside Daniel and behind him and cheered for him and rooted for him.
Thank you all for being here this evening. I met my husband Daniel when we were just 19 and 21 years old. That's a long story for another time, but one thing I learned very early on is that we share a love for people and a passion to help those in need. As a neonatal ICU nurse, I spend many of my days caring for babies that fit in the palm of my hand and consoling parents that are clinging to hope and desperately praying that God will perform a miracle. There's really good days where we get to celebrate, and there's hard days. But what Daniel always reminds me is that the faith, hope, and love that we get to share with these parents in their darkest moments is a miracle. In Daniel's work with the Jacksonville Chamber, he loves to serve the business owners, but he doesn't just see them as job creators and as innovators, but as families just like ours. Daniel loves people. Daniel believes in people. Daniel believes in Jacksonville. I could not ask for a better husband. When I met Daniel 27 years ago, I was such a timid, scared little girl. And he has given me so much confidence, so much love, and so much vision for what we can do to help people. I also could not ask for a better father for our children. From when they were young, the scary stories he told them at bedtime that made me so mad because I got them like so quiet and ready for bed, and then he came in and got them all riled up. To now, like our boys are teenagers, and Daniel sneaks onto the practice field and hides behind a tree to watch them practice, and then cheers very loudly at the games. And then with our girls that are 20 and 23, the college and career and life advice that he offers them and the support is amazing. Also, father, husband, I could not ask for a better champion for Jacksonville. Ladies and gentlemen, my husband, the next mayor of Jacksonville, Daniel Davis.
This is incredible. What a great night, and I just want to thank every one of you all for being here. Also want to thank Rebecca Davis. How about that, guys? You know, every day Rebecca spends time serving and caring for the most vulnerable citizens in Jacksonville. And you know what I can't wait for? I can't wait for the day she's caring for the children of Jacksonville as the First Lady. And Olivia, Caroline, Christian, and Gabe over here hiding behind Daniel Davis' truck. I love them, so proud of them, and I just got to tell you, I'm so glad that you're going to be a part of this journey. We're going to make Jacksonville what we know Jacksonville should be, and I just want you to be warriors every day of your life. Have y'all seen my mom and dad down front? They texted me at least 15 times to make sure they got a Daniel Davis t-shirt. And so they got them right here on the front row. Mom, love you. Dad, they just celebrated 65 years of marriage, and you couldn't be a better example to all of us. Thank you so much. The other thing I would tell you, I saw so many first responders in the room. And I would tell you this, it's a little off script, but I have to take the opportunity to say how much I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart for protecting me and my family every day. And when I am elected mayor, I promise to protect you every day. Thank you for being here. TK. I've spent my entire adult life working to serve this great city. From city council to the state house, 14 years at the Northeast Florida Builders Association, and 10 years as the CEO of the Jacks Chamber. I've served the business community, from our largest employers to our smallest mom and pops. And what I know is that no one works harder, believes deeper in our community, and wants more for our future than you do, the hardworking people of Jacksonville. Last week, I think you probably heard this, I filed to run. And tonight, I'm formally kicking off my campaign to be your next mayor of Jacksonville. I love you guys. I'm looking out in the crowd and seeing all of my friends, and I'm telling you, it just means the world to me. And that's not part of the speech either. We know the ultimate crime fighter is a world-class education, the dignity of a job, and access to opportunity for everyone. I'll take on the tough challenges. I'll seize our biggest opportunities because the hardworking people of Jacksonville deserve the same chance I had. That chance to succeed at any level in Jacksonville, Florida. Like so many of you, I'm Jacksonville grown. I grew up on the west side, the youngest of 5. We didn't have much, but we always had food on the table. And we had the things that mattered. We had faith, and we had each other. My dad was a pastor, and growing up in church taught me the real sense of community. I learned that no one should ever go it alone. No one should ever go without food. And no one should ever go without an opportunity to place their head in a warm bed at night. That's the real definition of community. My parents taught us the value of an honest day's work. My brothers who are here tonight would tell you our alarm clock on Saturday was the lawnmower. And we woke up every Saturday morning, we worked all day long. And you know what our reward was at the end of the day? Was a pizza and the pride knowing that we did a great day's work. As a teenager, I learned how to earn extra money building swimming pools, and I was actually a valet at the Omni Hotel. And even then, I knew that no matter where you start in Jacksonville, the sky's the limit and anything is possible. It's the Jacksonville story. It's what's at stake in this next election. The access to opportunities and the pathways to prosperity for all is what I'm fighting for. Every Jacksonville kid, whether they're from the west side, the north side, Mandarin, Arlington, the beaches, or downtown, should have every opportunity I've had to succeed in Jacksonville, Florida. How about that? And I know we're capable of achieving this because I've seen what's possible at the Chamber over the last 10 years. You all met Jesus Gray a little bit earlier. He grew up on Myrtle Avenue, one of the roughest neighborhoods in Jacksonville. He served our country in the Army and could have picked anywhere to start his global freight company, but he chose to come back home to Jacksonville, Florida. Now he has 5 employees, $6 million in revenue last year, and his company is taking off. Now, do you know what Jesus does in his free time? He goes back to his community and to his neighborhood to mentor those kids that need that. That's who we're fighting for today. Tina Meskel, you met her a little bit earlier. She started as a one-person geoscience firm. And in 2008, she's grown Meskel and Associates Engineering into 35 employees, 42 employees. I love you, Tina. They have more than 3 locations. They just completed 500 projects. You know, I serve with Tina every day at the Chamber, and she has a deep desire to make sure Jacksonville's a better place. And you know who we're fighting for? We're fighting for people like that. I saw Izzy. Is Izzy here? Izzy, back in the back, right there. Izzy Amato, new to Jacksonville. He moved from California to Jacksonville in 2020, all right? And his company is the IT Ninjas, and he's the CEO. You know, he saw that Florida was open for business, and he knew that Jacksonville was the right place to go. And he'll tell you that when he first got here, it wasn't easy. It was tough. And he got involved at the Chamber. He started meeting other small business owners, and before you know it, he landed his first contract, and then another contract, and then another contract, and now he's crushing it. All Izzy wanted was freedom to be able to succeed. That's who we're fighting for. And you look at this, Tom Neal Trucking Company. It's a truck company, I'm sorry. Let me tell you this. I grew up west on I-10. I probably drove by Tom Neal Truck Company over 10,000, way more than 10,000 times in my lifetime. And to think that I'm actually here tonight announcing that I want to serve Jacksonville as mayor is crazy to me. And I want to thank Steve Bacalus. Where's Steve? Back in the back. Steve, thank you so much for opening your doors and hosting us. My friend Brett Caddo. I don't know where Brett is, but Brett, thank you. And is there not a better picture of hardworking Jacksonvillians than what you see tonight here at Tom Neal Truck Company? That is who we're fighting for tonight. You know, for too long, Jacksonville's critics have said we're destined to be ranked good in U.S. cities. And we're stuck in a holding pattern trying to achieve greatness. And let me tell you something, that ends tonight, okay? That ends tonight. I don't believe that at all. The time is now for Jacksonville to step up, and we need to seize the greatness that we know that we're destined for. And we can have a successful port and still protect our river. We can strengthen our public schools and still give students the opportunity for choice. We can love our people in our neighborhoods and fight crime at the same time. We can grow jobs and prepare the infrastructure that we need for the future. We can create world-class public amenities and perform the basic nuts and bolts of city government. And ladies and gentlemen, we can serve the diverse needs of our community and today and build towards the Jacksonville we know we can be tomorrow. But let me tell you this is my ask. We can't do this alone. I need you. I need everyone here to help us. We need to reach out to our neighbors. We need to reach out to our family members. We need to reach out to our friends. Because you know why? The work begins tonight. The work begins tonight. As we begin this campaign to make Jacksonville the beacon of opportunity and prosperity that I know we can be, I need you to help me do that. It's a new day in Jacksonville. My name is Daniel Davis. I am Jacksonville grown, and with your help and support, and most importantly, your vote, I'm ready to lead our great city. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much.